All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athlete Artist Show. I am the artist Kyle Forge alongside the athlete professional hockey player Zach Boychuk, or should I say Daddy Boychuk now, officially a father. Chucky, how's it feel? How's the baby? How's the fiance? How's dad life this first week?
Yeah, it's been a busy time since I got over to Slovenia. I think we flew here on the 6th, so we've almost been here 2 weeks. And the due date was supposed to be August 11th. So the guy wanted to come out early. He ended up coming out on July 17th at 11:22. Um, his name's Boston Ellis Ross Boychuk, and yeah, what a feeling. Pretty crazy couple weeks. It's been a whirlwind, that's for sure.
That's awesome, dude. Congratulations on that. Yeah, you texted me like the other day and like pictures of the baby. I was like, wasn't it supposed to come out next month? Like,
Yeah, he wanted to come out early. He was eager to check out the new country that we're living in. So he's been in the hospital for a while. Everybody's healthy. My wife Abby's healthy, and everything's all good. I think they get to come home on Monday, so pretty excited.
I forgot you did get married before you left, so it is wife, not fiance. My bad.
Yeah, it went from fiance 1 week, then I think 2 weeks later, wife, and now mother. So yeah, she's wearing a lot of hats right now, and so am I.
Yeah, tough to keep up with y'all.
Yeah, everybody just gotta keep up with the posts on Instagram. It seems
Yeah,
like breaking news and checking my phone all the time. It's been a crazy summer.
no kidding. So what I know the original plan was for you guys were gonna come back to Calgary for like a week or two and then go back to Slovenia. Are you still doing that, or are you just staying out there now?
I was gonna come back, so she had
Okay,
to come over here early because you can't fly about a month before your due date. So
right.
so that's why we came over early, set up the apartment, got everything ready. I was supposed to come back for my cousin's wedding, which is today. We're filming on Saturday. Shout out Jason Shea. Sorry, I had to miss your wedding, but and then my sister's wedding was August 1st, and that's Casey in Montana. So I was gonna try and hit those two weddings quick, fly back in time for the August 11th due date, but some complications happen. You know, thankfully everything was all good. The team here has been awesome, helping us set up an apartment and get visas and insurance and everything in time. And sure enough, we had to use it. I think on Sunday, she went to the hospital and had the baby by Thursday. And yeah, now we're pretty excited for her to come home on Monday.
That's awesome. So you have to miss the second wedding too then?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work here the next couple days, so or the next couple weeks. My wife had a C-section and can't really move around too well. Just getting out of bed is tough, so gonna have to help quite a bit. And sorry, Casey, have to miss your wedding too. So kind of tough, but at least we got a beautiful baby boy and a healthy mom as well.
That's good that the team's helping out a lot too. That would suck if they were just like, yeah, you're on your own. Good luck.
Yeah, I feel bad for the team. There's Amazon packages showing up at the rink almost every day
Oh no.
with, strollers, changing tables, clothes, diapers, like the list goes on and on. Like we don't have everything set up for the packages to show up at our apartment yet. So everything's going to the rink, and our buddy Paula and Mark is taking care of us and bringing us our packages for us every day.
So how does it work with the baby being born in Slovenia? Are they like a Slovenian citizen and a Canadian citizen, or do they get a Slovenian passport? Like, how is that going to work out in the future?
I think technically right now he probably just gets like a international I guess certificate,
Okay.
birth certificate. I think you have to go through a few different procedures. It's probably at least a couple of years down the road where he could maybe get a Slovenian or European passport. So we're looking into that right now. We're just kind of focused on getting the international certificate, and we just picked out his name like literally 3 or 4 days ago, kind of right on the spot, and we'll have to send that to Canada to get his Canadian passport so he can fly. And but yeah, lots of little complications. But yeah, maybe a future Slovenian national team player. We'll see if he's good at hockey or good at a sport like basketball, like Luca, or something. Soccer, maybe. We'll see. He's probably
That'd be
not
pretty
tall
sick.
enough for basketball, but we'll see.
You never know. Maybe he'll outgrow you and the wife.
Hopefully, he's
Maybe he's
got a
like
big
6'3".
uncle. Shout
Does
out
he?
Digger, so maybe he'll get his height. He's got big hands right now, big feet too. So
Really?
hopefully he's a big boy.
That's awesome. Imagine if he was just like 6'2", 6'3". You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, just smashing the ball on the golf course way by me, and I'll just be an old guy by the time he's so 2043 could be his draft year. Maybe he'll be a
2043.
first rounder.
That's unreal. That'd be so sick, dude. Congratulations. That's unreal.
Yeah, so my draft year was 2008. His would be 2043. Think of how much the game would be changed by
No
2043.
kidding. Like, think of how much has changed between like since you got drafted and now. Like, never mind like
Yeah,
the direction it's heading. So that's wild.
yeah. Another 20 years. See what the game's like.
Yeah, no
Crosby
kidding.
will probably still be playing then.
Yeah,
Maybe McKinnon and McDavid. They might be still around.
yeah. I mean, Crosby could play as long as he wants, putting up the point totals that he's been.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, speaking of golf, we were gonna segue into a different direction, but since we you brought up golf and hockey, Nick Tarnasky, the video of him on the golf course there, that
Oh
was.
man,
I mean,
it's funny.
maybe your baby boy will end up as big as him, and he'll be just putting guys in their place on the course. Who knows?
Yeah, he'd be a better fighter than me if he was hanging out with Nick Tarnasky. It's crazy. So my first year in my first camp in Lethbridge, I think I was 15 or 16 years old. They put me in a billet house, and my roommate at the billet house, 20-year-old Nick Tarnasky.
No
He
way.
was he was a big boy back then too, and he was putting back some beers and having a good time during training camp. So it's crazy to see 20 years later, I guess probably more than 20 years later, he just creates a viral video, you know, bang, bang, bang. He's calling out his own punches. He told the guy that he's gonna throw him in the pond, throws him in the pond, like just all time. I think that was for a couple of weeks where there was no hockey to talk about. Hockey was still in the news because of our buddy Tarno.
Yeah, that video was insane, dude. The When he threw him in the lake, I was dying laughing. But the guy kept coming back. It was insane. Like that
Oh yeah.
guy was either hammered out of his mind or on something just to keep coming back. I think did Tarnasky did he say he was on like 36 holes of golf or 32 holes of golf, or was that the other guy that was
The other
playing that
guy,
much? The other
yeah. So
guy.
he
Okay.
he was on some liquid courage. He was pretty hammered and just probably didn't even know what planet he was on. Like that second throw, he was like sideways. Probably could have almost flew into the pond again. So yeah, he I don't know what he was doing coming back trying to fight a guy like him. Maybe because he had the height difference standing on top of the tee.
Yeah.
So he thought he probably didn't realize how big Tarno was, but yeah, it's nice to see his little apology video though
Yeah.
after. Like he felt bad, just kind of he said something like, keep your stick on the ice, like, bad bounce. Stuff happens, but I think neither of them really wanted it to happen, but it had to be done.
Yeah, that it happened in Red Deer too, which I didn't know originally, which also doesn't surprise me because Red Deer people are fucking nuts. But yeah,
Some beauties up in Red Deer. Did you
yeah,
see the Violent Gentleman shirts that they came out with?
no,
Yeah, there was like a Violent Gentleman, the clothing brand must have reached out to Tarnasky, and I think on the front of it or underneath it said bang, 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 like when he was throwing the punches. And then it said something like enforce the pace of play. You
Yeah.
got, especially in, Red Deer, Alberta, you gotta, get your rounds in quick and go hit Billy Bob's or go hit one of the bars after your golf game.
Yeah, can't be starting fights on the golf course.
But
And like
all time, that's an all time clip,
I
viral
saw
video.
I saw Tarnasky's Chicklets interview too, and he was like, my phone was just blowing up, like
Oh
500
yeah.
texts. Like everyone was like, "Is this you?" Like,
Yeah, all his Tampa buddies were messaging him, probably Dave Andrechuk and Marty St. Louis and Vinny LeCavalier, all the guys that he played with. He said Tortorella didn't message him, but
that's shocking.
500 messages.
He probably doesn't want to talk about it too much like anymore. Like it was pretty big incident,
Yeah.
pretty viral moment. He's probably like, yeah, put him in his place. Like it doesn't. I don't need to glorify it, but also like don't fuck around.
Yeah, it seemed like he was just having fun with it. I think he could have actually hurt this
Heard.
guy,
Oh,
and
for sure.
he definitely went easy on him and sent a message in a right way, had fun with it, saying the bang bang bang. But yeah, maybe we'll try and get him on the pod in a few weeks or a couple months when everything's kind of died down and he's not sick and tired of talking about it.
For sure. Yeah, he definitely could have hurt him, I think. Like those were like love taps. As soon as he
Oh,
grabbed those were just love taps. The fact he was calling it out though was hilarious. The first time I watched
and
it, I watched it without the audio. Or I didn't hear the
did you?
audio. And then I saw the comments, so I turned the audio on and I was like, oh, he actually is fucking yelling out his shots.
Yeah, I probably watched the video over 100 times. Like if I scrolled by, I would watch it again and again. And the guy's apology video, he just had like a little tiny black eye. Like
Yeah,
surprised
he's
his
lucky.
whole face wasn't mangled.
Yeah, he's lucky his face wasn't messed up. Lucky he didn't get like a broken nose or an orbital or something because like Tarno's a big boy. Like if he really wanted to hit him with some shots, he probably could have broken an orbital, definitely could have broken a nose.
And he played in Russia. Like he was playing in that with that tough team in Vityaz, and I think he had like 175 PIMs in like 20 games or something. So
That's
he
crazy.
definitely has seen a few fights in his day. Obviously, an enforcer in the NHL, but you go to the KHL, you're brought there to fight on some of those teams.
That's wild. Yeah, it's insane moment. Good to get some hockey talk in the mix. Chicklets even talked about it. They were like, dude, we said we were having some time off, and here we are a week later back on the pod. We
Yeah.
took we took one little week off because of Stampede last week, and then you having the kid obviously, and it's like all this shit happens in this week that we take off the pod. It's like, all right, well, we got a lot to talk about now.
Yeah, I only got one night in Stampede. It was the Thursday sneak a peek.
Yeah, yeah.
Went to the grounds for a little bit, watched some of the dirt bike tricks, and but you were there almost every day.
Yeah, I think that Thursday was the only day that I didn't go. I didn't go that Saturday, but yeah, I was on the grounds at Nashville North pretty much every single day, every single night. But it wasn't like the old days though, where I was there from open to close, getting piled the entire time. It was like I went
No.
for mostly just went to check out the concert, saw the headliner, dipped after that. A couple times I went there during the day just to hang out, see some buddies, and then went home. But yeah, it's Stampede's a lot different when you don't drink. That's for sure. It's tough to put in those hours with all the people that are drinking.
So did you find a wife?
No, I didn't find a wife. No,
Yeah,
no.
probably tough without the liquid courage to find a wife too.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the liquid courage, but just not the right one at Stampede. It didn't meet the right one.
Yeah, it's not the place to meet him. But you got to see Mike play on that Sunday.
Yeah, I saw Mike play on the final Sunday, which was dope. Good to see him come back from last year. Dope show. Could be his last time ever being in Calgary, so it was nice to see that. Saw a lot of good artists. Cameron Whitcomb. He was
Oh
probably
yeah,
he was the best show of the entire week. I think
really
he was
good.
at Nashville North, and I didn't know who the guy was. I didn't know he was playing. I went to Nashville North on the what was it, a Wednesday or a Thursday, and it was packed. I walked in. I think the Rec Laws were playing that night. I didn't know that they had an opener because there were a couple nights Nashville North didn't have an opener. So I was like, oh, I'll just
Yeah.
stick around for a couple hours, leave. he goes on and just immediately commands the crowd. Like
Really?
the best performer of all Stampede week that I saw, 100%. It was
Well,
insane.
that's two pretty good artists with the rec laws and him getting in there.
Yeah, I didn't stay for their performance, but Cameron Wickham, like he's massive right now too. I was shocked that he wasn't headlining, but his stage presence was unbelievable. The crowd loved him too. It was insane.
Yeah, next year he'll be playing at the new Saddle Dome or maybe Cowboys or something.
Is the dome supposed to be done next year or the new arena?
Maybe 2 years
Okay.
from now.
I
Might
think
be
it's
jumping the gun a little bit.
I think probably two at least, eh? Calgary's pretty
Yeah.
slow at building things.
Yeah. So it was almost a record-setting Stampede, just
Yeah,
missed by what 50,000 or something like
something
that.
like that, which is weird because it felt busier. Like it felt way more chaotic this year than it did previous years.
There's just so many tents now. There's so many different artists to go see and tents to go into. It's
Yeah.
everything's all spread out with Cowboys being at the other end now too.
Yeah,
So it's probably good that it's a little bit more spread out for that reason.
for sure. Yeah, and I guess those numbers too don't include the people that just went to like Cowboys or Badlands or
Yeah,
like one of the outside tents. But
true. Yeah,
the
so it probably was busier, I would think overall. Like it'd be
secure
interesting to see what the like hotels and stuff situation was.
yeah,
Probably
security
tough
on the
getting a
grounds
hotel.
needs an upgrade. I'll tell you that though,
Yeah,
dude.
I saw
They're
the cleanup
useless.
crew at Cowboys could have used the stage or the ground was probably like this deep with water. There must have been some bad weather or just disgusting. Hopefully you wear your cowboy boots and don't wreck your shoes. But
Yeah, there were stabbings like on the grounds. Did you hear about
really,
that? Yeah, like right across. There was that big slide. Apparently, there
yeah,
was like some guy stabbed a dude there, ran to somewhere else, like stabbed another guy. I don't think they were random. Apparently,
yeesh.
they were targeted. So like, I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Like at least it wasn't like a terrorist thing, but it
Yeah,
was still like the fact that they have all this security and they're still letting people in with weapons. Like they're
yeah.
not doing a very good job.
No, they
You
might
walk
beef up the security next year. You would think.
like you walk through the metal detectors and something goes off and they don't even check you. I'm
Yeah,
like my belt would go off and they're like, yeah, you're good.
unless you
I'm
got
like,
a purse or something. Yeah.
yeah, it's super weird, super weird. Um, a lot of babies probably made it Stampede, so I'm sure there will be some people with kids about 9 months younger than your kid.
Yeah, shout out Hayes Pollock, my nephew. He was what would you call it? Conceived, I guess, on
Oh yeah.
Stampede.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Are you overpaying for your pouches? With PouchConnect, you get major discounts on your pouch purchases no matter where you live, shipped right to your door. Just hold Zincoin and unlock exclusive discounts on your favorite exotic pouches. It's simple. Stack Zincoin, save big, and enjoy the lifestyle millions are buzzing about. PouchConnect brings real-world rewards to crypto. Join the wave, grab your Zincoin, and start saving today at PouchConnect.com. Warning, nicotine is addictive. Therefore, nicotine pouches should not be purchased under the legal age of your jurisdiction. In the US, that's 21 years old. In Canada, depending on your province, is 18 or 19. If you don't know the legal age in your jurisdiction, please look it up before placing your order. That's hilarious.
So
Hopefully not too many cheating scandals at Stampede. Like this, what was that company called? The CEO at the Coldplay concert
oh my
and his head
God.
of HR, which was just insane,
They get shown up on the jumbotron and they're just like both their eyes go and then
dude.
the guy like ducks down like trying to hide. She like goes the other way and I think
The
they both got fired or got put on leave like right away at their jobs.
the other girl is just sitting there laughing, which was hilarious. I want to know who that girl is. I
And
want to know her story.
the guy behind is like, yeah.
Yeah,
And then it cuts to like two banana with banana suits on.
yeah, it's
Like,
super weird.
oh,
I think like the crazy part is too, if they would have just kept it cool, this probably would be a
yeah.
no issue.
Nobody would even recognize them,
No,
probably.
unless it was like someone recognized them locally and like told their wives or their significant others. But like, I don't think it would be a worldwide phenomenon as it is
No.
right now.
That
And
one went really viral. All the memes and all the, different variations of it. Pretty
Oh,
funny.
dude, the memes are hilarious. I feel bad for the guy's wife, obviously. Apparently, like the the HR girl is married to or in a relationship to. The
Oh no.
There's some funny. Since then, a lot of artists are on tour right now. Luke Bryan was like, I was doing a show. I don't know if you saw this clip, but he was in the middle of his show and he's like, "If there's anyone here with their secretaries," just kind of takes a pause and he like starts laughing, and then Wallen was like, "Yeah, if there's anyone here with their side piece, you might be safe. Not that I condone cheating anymore, but I was like, everyone's
So
just
good.
taking shots."
The one meme I saw was like LinkedIn, like around and it just said "open to work." On LinkedIn, some people have it in their bio.
I saw another LinkedIn one that was like Coldplay, and it was like lead investigator for Astronomer or whatever that company was called.
Yeah, seriously. Well, Coldplay's getting a lot of talk now. That's probably the best thing that could happen for them.
Increase those album sales for sure. Hopefully, hey.
Yeah, 100%.
Hockey talk. Probably one of the biggest thing that's happened in our week off. McKenna finally committed to NCAA. Penn State. That program is going to be incredible, especially if they end up getting Martone too. But they get Gavin McKenna, which was the big question mark about where is he going to go? Is he going to go to the NCAA? I heard allegedly, and obviously we know this from your conversation with Martone. Who knows if this is true or not? But allegedly $700,000 to go play there.
Yeah, that's the rumor that was flying around. Some reporters were saying closer to 500,000, but
Still,
either way, like, I mean, and we've been talking about this pretty much the whole season. Like,
yeah,
what's McKenna gonna do? Is he gonna stay in Medicine Hat? Is he gonna stay for the Mem Cup? Is he gonna stay? And sure enough, the domino start to fall. A bunch of other guys started going, and then McKenna, one of the highest ranked draft picks, he'll probably go first overall next year, goes to Penn State.
yeah. Originally, like back in December when we started talking about this, it was like Michigan State that was in the mix, and then kind of Penn State, like just what they're doing with that program. Like you said, guys, they started getting guys. They had a pretty good season, uh, and that's like the stuff that they're doing in that program just looks incredible. Like I saw the Chicklets University that Grinelli did there. Their facility just looks insane. Just it looks like a top tier program.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the WHL to compete with that because you get those amazing facilities. You don't play as many games. You get to work out
Yeah.
more. You get to develop your body. It's a step up in competition. You would think, you're playing against men, and it's just kind of going to be part of the process. And you look in the CHL, OHL, WHL. There's I think there's been a couple guys that have committed to NCAA and then thought, okay, no, I'm going to go back, going to go to college, going to try and win a Mem Cup or have a good year, but it's going to be few and far between, unless they can somehow turn the WHL into a better development league, maybe less games, better facilities, better coaching. I just don't know how you compete with the NCAA and all that cash that they're throwing at everybody.
Yeah, those, especially the schools like Penn State who have the football money and can kind of spread it around a little bit more than the smaller programs. Yeah, those guys are getting paid if they want to pay them for sure. I think Gavin McKenna should fire his agent though,
Why
because
is that?
that announcement was pathetic.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't even on like any like main websites or anything. Wasn't on like NCAA. Wasn't on USA Hockey. It might have made like ESPN just because it was actually a pretty big story. But yeah, announcement could have been a little better.
Dude, they went on Sports Center in a shady room on Zoom, darker than this. Not even, and then he's just sitting there like he's half asleep, like he's doesn't even want to be there, and then just
Throws a
yeah,
hat on.
just yeah, I've decided I'm gonna go to Penn State. Just pulls a hat out from under the table and puts it on. I'm like, who set this up?
Is it
If they,
worse than the decentralized draft? It sounds like they're doing that again
worse,
too.
really, they shouldn't.
That's what I heard. all the new
Th-
CBA stuff. It's a lot of the GMs voted to do it again, the centralized draft.
that's horrible. We could touch on that in a second, but it's just it looks bad for hockey. Like if this is a projected first overall pick going to the NFL, going to the NBA, top recruit in the NCAA in either of those sports, he has a full press conference with his friends and family and his agent, whatever, on a fucking table in front of actual cameras, and they're making it an event, not sticking a kid in his bedroom, flipping on the webcam, and just being like, "All right, go talk to Sports Center." Also, Sports Center? Come on.
Yeah, that could have been done a lot better. I think they got to take some tips from some of the NFL and NBA guys that when they're the basketball and football guys when they're going to college, because it looked like kind of a Mickey Mouse job for sure.
Yeah, this is why basketball and football players get paid more. They it's presentation. It's
Yeah.
show some personality. You're making the biggest splash in the hockey world in the NCAA and juniors, and you're just gonna sit there half asleep on fucking Zoom. Like, and I'm not blaming McKenna. Like, he clearly needs a better team around him to guide him to the. I mean, maybe he doesn't because he's the best junior player in the world. But in terms of like presenting yourself, in terms of presentation, you have to do better than that.
Yeah, lesson learned. I think some guys in the future will learn better.
That's just me. That's the thing I think hockey struggles with is presentation and actually just putting the effort into these other things that they don't think matter, but they do, especially in today's day and age. Those things matter.
Yeah, for sure. It's getting better. You got guys like Spittin' Chicklets, helping out the
Oh
NCAA,
yeah.
and you got some good content coming out for that. And obviously McKenna going there is just going to get even more eyeballs on the league. So I think it's definitely a work in progress, and there's a lot of things to be figured out over the next couple of years.
Yeah. One thing that's going to damage it, apparently, I just read today before we hopped on, Trump is signing an executive order to cap the NIL funds that these NCAA athletes can make, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that, like where that's coming from. I did see it. I didn't really look into it that much, but yeah, if the colleges are making that much money, why don't the players get to make a lot of money? It makes sense to me, but
I think
weird that he's trying to do that.
I think the idea of it is to spread like the wealth around because obviously the bigger schools do have an advantage when it comes to paying the players, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like the players shouldn't have to suffer from that just because the schools are bigger or just because there's schools that can't afford better players. I mean, it's like the MLB. It's like
Yeah.
the Yankees are always going to be able to afford better players than the Athletics. Like,
Yeah, like just make a salary cap or something. You don't need
yeah,
to cap it. So there's some guys that probably deserve to get paid a ton, and um, some guys that aren't going to make as much. But I think the government getting involved with it is kind of strange to me.
yeah, I don't like it at all. I agree about. I think a salary cap would be better than capping the amount a single player can make for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
There was a celebrity golf event this past week. Did you see any of the clips of that? I didn't see the entire event, but I saw some of the clips. I saw Matthew Tkachuk making a pretty long putt from the other side of the green. I saw Pavelski with a walk-off eagle to win it.
Yeah, he's an incredible golfer. Like I don't know how he does it, but yeah, that was at Lake Tahoe. That the event's in Lake Tahoe.
Is that where it was?
I think they do it every year. Usually Oshie's there. Oshie's got the big like beer hat on, or with the two beers on the side, and you got the little straw that in. So yeah, it's always a really fun event. I think Steph Curry goes, Tony Romo, a bunch of good like athlete golfers, and just seems like an awesome event. Pretty cool that Kachuk was there, and a lot of hockey guys were in the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome for them for sure. I've heard a lot about Pavelski being an incredible golfer, but I mean
Yeah,
that sounds like a pretty sweet event to go to, especially Lake Tahoe too. I've heard like beautiful things about Lake Tahoe.
Oh yeah, it'd be
Ha-
pretty warm down there.
have you been out there?
I haven't been out there,
You haven't
no.
been out there.
Well, they got an East Coast League team there now, so
Is that
but
are they going to be affiliated with the Knights then, or?
they might be. I'm not 100% sure, but really cool town. I think a lot of people go there for vacation, and whether it's summer or winter, so
Yeah.
pretty cool event for people to go.
Have you got much golfing in this summer? Probably not. You've been bouncing around all over the place.
I think I got in 4 rounds, and
Wow.
we might try and get out here in Slovenia. The guys, a few of the guys play and get a little bit of a deal on one of the courses. But I'll be renting clubs and in between diaper changing and helping around with laundry and stuff around the house. So we'll see if I can get out one or two more times before the season ends.
Yeah, it's a good thing I ordered some extra Legion pre-workout. You might need it with all the sleepless nights with the baby coming up, hey?
Oh man, I'm gonna need the energy drinks. I'm gonna need the creatine, the protein bars. I'm gonna need it all for this next few weeks coming up. And we got training camp starting, I think, next Sunday, August 3rd, maybe 2 Sundays from now.
Okay.
So it's yeah, it's gonna be busy with being a new dad and going into training camp.
You guys start so early down there? It's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
funny. Like the NHL is going down to like 13 or 14 days training camp, and we're here for a month and a half before our first regular season game. So
That's
I
wild.
don't know if Europe will ever catch up. They've always kind of been stuck in their own ways doing that, but it 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 seems like a lot of the guys in Europe are starting to train a lot more. They're starting to skate year round. So I think eventually it'll get to the point where the NHL is, where you only need 3 or 4 exhibition games and you're basically ready to play because everybody's in such good shape. But yeah, that's the toughest part about signing in Europe. You're over there basically in one of the best months in August and missing out on the summertime with your friends and family.
Is the training camp in Slovenia going to be hard, you think, like compared to Germany and compared to Swiss and Russia where you played before, or what have you heard about it?
Yeah, it sounds like we're going to be doing a lot of running, which I haven't done a ton, but um, it's mostly it'll be like one workout maybe and one practice a day, which is pretty good. In Berlin, we would have a couple weeks where we were doing uh, 2 workouts, 2 practices, like doing 2 a days,
Holy shit.
like full on, right at the grind, and then Russia was just crazy. It was we played 4 exhibition games in 4 days, like 2 a days basically for 2 months straight. Like Russia was just another level. So I think it'll be kind of in between a hardness. Like Switzerland sounded like that. I never had a Swiss training camp, but it sounded pretty easy there. And um, Germany had a mix of hard training camps and easy training camps. But yeah, this is going to be a little tougher on me with the running portion of it.
Yeah, I'm not a big runner either. I'm not a huge fan of running.
Yeah, I'll do like some short sprints and stuff here and there when we're training, and we'll like run the stairs and little things like that, stuff that's a lot easier on your knees and joints. But long distance and beep test and stuff like that,
Mm.
we'll see how it goes. I think there's like some 100-meter sprints, 200-meter sprints, so it's a long time to be running on these old legs. I'm almost 36, so we'll see if I can opt into the bike. I'll do the assault bike for 12 minutes or something instead.
Dude, I feel like that's worse. Like the salt bikes are crazy too.
Those are hard. Yeah, they get the lungs and the legs real good.
I used to love doing the beep test.
I
And
used to
like,
too when I was young, and um, I was really good at it. Now I just haven't practiced it enough to justify it. You hear all the horror stories, like guys, I think in Carolina, kind of right before I got there, Justin Williams tore his Achilles doing the beep test. So I
oh
think a
no
lot of
way.
teams like banned it and kind of got rid of it, moved to a more bike tests or more like short sprints or when you're not like loading and stuff. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, I feel like I was talking to Eberle this summer, and he said Ron Francis would always say if you're 35 and over, you don't got to do fitness testing. And now the NHL don't do any fitness testing. So I'm like,
It's crazy.
oh man, I had all those tough training camps when I was playing. Now I'm 35, and now I'm doing hard training camps in Europe.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
I know. Well, I just got to get through it, get through the dad life and the first few
Yeah.
weeks training camp, and then once the exhibition games start, that's a lot of fun. You get to travel around a little bit, see some new countries and cities, and then I think September 12th, first game against Vienna. So a couple home games to start the season. Get to check out the new barn and see what the fans are like. And our team's looking pretty good. We signed a lot of good players, so I'm excited.
Do you remember your biggest score on the beep test?
I think I got somewhere around like 15, like somewhere
Wow,
in there.
that's good.
I want to say I got that a couple times, but I don't know exactly. I know there's some guys getting into what, 16, 17. What was your highest?
Dude, my highest was like 12.5. I thought that was sick at the time.
12? Yeah. It's tough. I mean, you really need to be built for it. I think, as I've put on a lot more muscle and as I got a little bit thicker and heavier, it's a little bit tougher, but it's
Yeah.
always the long, lanky, like skinny kids that do really well at it.
Yeah, I
Usually
think
young guys too.
I think our record in high school, one of the hockey guys set it at like 14.5 at the time, and that was like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
I remember I did it twice in one day, I think in like grade 11 or 12, because I took a athletic fitness back to back with PE, and the fitness test was
Mhm.
for both was on the same day.
Oh, geez.
I
Two
didn't have
beep
to.
tests.
Yeah, I didn't have to do it, but I did the first one. I got 12.5, and then I wanted to see what I could get like the second class. Our teacher was like, "You don't have to like do it. You just did this shit like an hour ago. Like you're fine." I'm like, I'll do it anyway." I think I did 12.5, then I got 9. I just ran out. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
No. Oh man. Yeah, well, Crash used to make us do 3 beep tests in one day. And that
That's
was always during
crazy.
Stampede week. So, and a lot of times, like, guys would kind of like maybe sandbag the first one and do really good on the second one.
Oh yeah,
And then the third one, you're just done. But yeah, it's a tough test.
yeah.
You never like the sound when you show up to the gym and it's going do do do.
Oh dude.
Start level 1. Like it's just like you get this little feeling in your stomach, like, oh
Yeah. Oh, did I lose you again? Oh no, you're still there.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
kind of cutting in and out again.
Well, on that note, Beep Test wants to run us out of here. So,
Yeah.
Chucky, if there's nothing else on your side,
No, I think that's pretty good. Obviously, thank you to our sponsors. We've had a good little run this summer, and hopefully, NFL's coming up pretty soon, so we'll
yeah,
we'll keep things going, and yeah, everything's all good.
we'll have to do an athlete artist show fantasy team this year.
I like that idea.
Let's do it. We'll talk to some sponsors, see if we can get a partner for it, and we'll figure something out. Chucky, again, congratulations on becoming a father officially and getting married. I forget we did last pod we did 2 weeks ago. I forget if we talked about you getting married, but congrats on married father life and having the baby. Happy that it's that both the baby and the wife are healthy, and now it's when they get home, it's time for you to get to work.
Yeah. Team no sleep.
Yep. Legion pre-workout. He'll be sucking a lot of that back. We'll have to
Oh
figure out a
yeah.
way to get you the last order of shipments now.
Yeah.
Or
My
last order of
mom's coming
supplements.
over in a couple of weeks, so I'll get her
Okay.
to bring it.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, we'll have to do that. All right. See you next time, everybody.
Peace.